Hey guys, thank you for coming back to the channel. If you're new, my name is LJ and you're watching NoClutch Garage. And today we're just gonna talk about my car and specifically how much I've spent on my car. Now this will be mostly a focus on maintenance rather than the additions that I have made to the car as far as mods go. I think it's important to kind of distinguish between the two, because owning a car doesn't necessarily mean that you have to spend a lot of money on modifications. So I'm just gonna go through what I've spent on the car as far as making sure that it's running right. I am making this video because I have gotten this question a lot. I've gotten a lot of questions about the reliability of the car, and I've gotten a lot of questions about the cost of maintenance. And of course, with any newish BMW, and granted, I know this is a 2016 BMW, but it's still LCI F series, I would consider it fairly new. I got the car when it had 25,000 miles on it or 23,000 miles on it. And so yeah, it was fairly new and it had just come off a lease. So it was in very good shape from what I can tell. The previous owner took pretty good care of it. So anyway, let's jump into the cost of everything so far. All right, so the list is gonna start with the oil changes, and the oil changes have happened all throughout the year. So this list is gonna be for the whole first year of ownership that I've had this car. So I've had about 6 oil changes for about $85 each. So far, I have 1 more oil change coming up. Those have been $85 a piece, and I've had about 6. So that comes to about $510 for the lifetime of the car this year. Now, that number can vary a lot depending on how much you drive, but I have driven a lot this year. Not that I've wanted to, but I've just had to. So because of that, I've had that many oil changes. Oil is so essential to the engine, and it's so simple. And a lot of people end up with bad engines because they don't pay attention to the simple things. So the oil changes, $510. Early in the year, I messed up one of my rims and I messed up the tires. But because this is an all-wheel drive model, I did have to change out all the tires. So unfortunately, I had to spend some money on that. And I do count it as maintenance because it is essential for the car to have good tires. They don't have to be the best tires, but they do have to be good tires. And at the time, I was already tuned. I wanted to get the best performance out of it. I decided to buy the Michelin PS Sport 4S's, and those came to about $635 in the front and $630 in the rear, or vice versa. Either way, it was about $1,265 to replace the tires. Now, I realize that's a lot of money, and what I have to say about that is you don't have to buy the best tires, but it is highly recommended, especially on the high performance vehicle. And the next item, I had to do an alignment. And at the time that I had to do an alignment, we also found out that I had a TPMS sensor that was going bad, or a seal was going bad on it. So they went ahead and replaced it. So the alignment plus the TPMS sensor was $177. Not bad, but then I found out that was not the best place to get an alignment because it cost me another set of tires later on. But we'll get to that. Another thing was when I went to go get my downpipe installed, I'm just counting the installation because it is labor and because it is maintenance. I mean, you have to change out your downpipe. So the downpipe was $160. Well, the downpipe installation was $160. Not bad. I found out the spark plugs had never been changed on that car. So the first order of business was to get some new spark plugs, but no one had the B58 spark plugs anywhere. So I went to BMW and they had them. BMW being BMW, they charge so much for everything. It was $130 for brand new spark plugs. Yeah, not happy about that. Next thing I did was I changed out my brake pads, not the calipers and not the rotors. The rotors are fine, though they will have to be changed with my next brake pad change, and I'll probably upgrade the rotors at that time. But nevertheless, brake pads were $200 for all the wheels, and that's not bad. I expected to pay a lot more, but no. So as I mentioned earlier, I had done an alignment, and I got that alignment at a shop that is not specialized in BMW or European cars at all. So I kind of blame myself for that, for taking it to a shop like that. At the time, I didn't really know any European shops. This was very early in the year. So it cost me, unfortunately. I went back to go get another alignment, and that was $120. I went back to get an alignment because I found out that my front tires were completely like eaten away on the inside of the tire. And so before I got that alignment, I actually got new tires. And for the tires, since it's winter time, it's gonna be colder, I went ahead and went with the Pilot Sport AS3 Plus, which is basically the all-season version of the high performance Pilot Sports. And they're very good tires. They grip extremely well. They're not Pilot Sport 4S's, so I don't want to give anybody the wrong idea. They're very good tires. They're just not the best tire I've had. And they ran me about $900. So they ran me $895 for the full set. And that wasn't bad. That was after I got a discount from Discount Tire. Because they did end up wearing a little bit early, so they kind of helped me out in that sense. They couldn't replace the tires for free, even with my insurance. You know, you pay to play. That's all I can say about that. So anyway, got that done, got the alignment. The next thing is that when I got the alignment at EuroMpire, they showed me that my control arms were gone. Like, the bushings were gone. The control arms themselves were fine, but it made no sense for me to upgrade my bushings if they costed, if a new control arm set costed me as much. And because of this, I decided to go ahead and replace the control arm with the bushing, and it's probably good that I replaced the control arm anyway, just to be safe. So the new control arms were about $100 a piece, and plus the labor, I think all of that came to about $500. It was $493, $490 something. So about $500. It definitely made me realize what I was missing, and my car feels super centered now. If you have a BMW, particularly an xDrive and an F30, at least a 340, this is a common issue to watch out for. So if you are ever driving and you feel like you may have like a warped rotor or something clicks when you're stopping or when you're braking, go and get your control arms looked at, because I am almost 90% sure that your control arms are to blame. And it's not a difficult thing to fix. I would have fixed it myself, but I didn't have a lift access anymore. So unfortunately, I couldn't fix it myself. I had to take it to the shop, but EuroMpire is always good to me. They give me a fair price, and the control arms are very cheap. I mean, $100 a piece. You can't beat that. Most of the control arms in other cars are much more expensive than that. So one of the big things that I did do over the summer, and I still haven't released the videos of all of that, was that I replaced my fluids for my front differential, my rear differential, my transmission, and my transfer case. All of those. That was basically an overhaul on all the fluids for the drivetrain. That is very, very important, and I cannot stress enough how important this is, because BMW will tell you that the transmission has lifetime fluid. Lifetime in BMW terms is 100,000 miles. No transmission fluid should ever be in the transmission for longer than, I would say, 40, 50,000 miles. You just don't. And the way that I drive my car, I definitely want to stay on top of that. So when my car hit about 35, 40,000 miles, I think, I went ahead and redid all my fluids from front to back. So I redid my transfer case, my transmission, front differential, and rear differential. And when I pulled all those fluids out, they were black. They were like completely burnt. So it was really important that I did that. I had to buy the transmission oil pan, fluid pan, and all the fluids and a little syringe to take out all the fluid. This was basically a DIY that I wanted to do for myself. I do have the DIY videos for the front differential, rear differential, transfer case, and transmission. I just haven't uploaded them. To be fair, the content quality is not the greatest. So I might have to doctor it a little bit and do some talking here and there or some voiceovers to pretty much fill in the gaps. I didn't have a cameraman, so it's really badly recorded, and just keep in mind this was done when I first started the YouTube channel, so not my best work. Nonetheless, I did all of those fluids and it got really expensive really quick. I think after everything was said and done and I got all the tools and everything, it was about $500. It's not bad considering the fact that if you go get those services individually at any shop, for starters, your transmission maintenance is going to end up being about $800 just on its own. And then you have a front and rear diff if you have an xDrive model, and then your transfer case. It's going to be quite a bit of stuff that you're going to have to pay for, and it's definitely going to be well over $1,000. For me, it makes sense to spend $500 and do everything myself. I am that type of person that, you know, weighs out risk versus price, or, you know, if I can do something myself, I will do it myself. If not, then I won't. If I think something is too much of a challenge, I don't pretend to know something that I don't. I just go get it done. And, you know, if I can learn along the way, then I'll learn along the way. But anyway, that was $500. To be honest, that has pretty much been it. Now, keep in mind, I did some of this stuff, like for example, the tires. If you don't drive as much as I do, you're not going to be doing the tires as often as I have. The alignment, you definitely want to have that. If you don't drive as much, also, you're not going to have to deal with that as much. The control arm issue, I would just say, just make sure you get it done. And your drivetrain maintenance, it's something I highly recommend. Not everybody does it, but you should definitely look into it. Now, the last thing that I have done, and actually I just did that, was the DMTL Pump. Now, this is a very common issue on BMWs, and I'm talking just any BMW. It's part of the emissions sensors. It's like a leak detection module for, you know, your vapors or whatever. It constantly went off in my car. That's the reason I had a check engine light, and I knew it wasn't a big deal, so I just blew it off to the side. But now that my inspection is coming, I have to get it fixed. So I went ahead and bought the new part, and I popped it in. Haven't had a single issue yet, so hopefully it'll stay that way. I have read several threads online from different vehicles, not necessarily 3 Series, but, you know, where issues keep coming back, or, you know, they come back more often than they should. That's a simple pump. It costs $35, around $50 after shipping and everything. But $35 for a little piece of plastic that you just change very quickly. It takes no more than 10 minutes if you're really trying to get it done. And then you're done with that. That's it. The fault itself will not cause any damage to your engine, and it will not affect your drivability. So, like I said, I didn't see a big issue in it, so I didn't take care of it, but now I have. So $50 for that, $35 for that, not a big deal. Anyway guys, this has been everything, and if we actually take all of these items and add them all up, I spent about $4,492 roughly for this year on my car. That seems like a lot, and honestly, if you drive something like a Honda or a Toyota, then these are pretty big numbers. But we drive BMWs and honestly, most of this stuff would not be on here. Most of the big item things would not be on here. You know, this was just one of those years where I wanted to make sure that everything on my car was 100% good. And the control arms, I don't even know how that happened. I think I might have hit a pothole too hard and maybe that did it, but they were both busted. And it would make sense if it was because of potholes, because when I first got the car, I hit 2 potholes really hard, and that's what costed me getting those tires. So yeah, I mean, it all adds up, and I've learned a lot about driving these cars and the maintenance costs on these cars. Honestly, I don't think it's that expensive. I mean, oil changes, $80. if you don't drive a lot, you're not going to be doing that many of them. Over the year, of course, it starts adding up. You know, alignment's pretty standard. I don't think I've spent more money than I should have. Of course, the drivetrain maintenance cost, I wanted to do that. That was something that I felt needed to be done. And the way I drive my car, I rather would not have risked it. Spark plugs, they're a little on the expensive side, not gonna lie. Brake pads, pretty good price for the car. Overall, I think the prices were fine. I choose to buy top of the line stuff, and so if I want that quality, then I'm going to be spending more money, and that's why I spent $1,300 on tires. Hopefully next year will be a little better. And I know this is just what I've spent on maintenance. This is not any additions, this is not any of the tunes, this is not intake, downpipe, this is none of that. This is just maintenance stuff. I don't know, you guys let me know if you guys think it's a lot of money. You know, just leave it down in the comments down below. I don't think it's a lot of money, but I don't think it's something to just brush off. I mean, at the end of the day, it is almost $4,500 for the year. So you guys let me know, do you guys think I spent a lot of money? Do you guys think that this is very doable? Or is it very typical BMW stuff? You know, I want to hear your opinions, so just let me know. Anyway guys, this has been it for my maintenance cost. I know this was more of a different video, not going outside in the car or anything, but I thought people would want to know how much I've spent maintaining this car. Anyway guys, thank you for coming to the channel. If you like what you saw, go ahead and click like. If you want to see more videos, go ahead and click subscribe. I do DIYs, I do vlogs, and now you have seen how much I've spent on my car. If you have any more questions, go ahead and leave a comment down in the section down below. And anything that you see on my channel, any parts or anything like that, it's all linked in the description down below. So guys, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.